So I'm Dan Morley. I'm our immigration work group lead. And many of you know that I'm a Dublin person. So I'm here to catch everybody up. I see a lot of faces who have been helpful with us in the fight since a year ago, or more than that. So I wanted to catch everybody up and let you know where we're at and why we need help from everybody here, and we need you to spread the word widely. So, start last year, there was word spread that ICE toured the facility, the closed FCI Dublin prison. They were looking at it as a possible immigration detention center site. And we, just starting Indivisible, were figuring out what can we do to help oppose this. And fortunately, we joined with the coalition of groups who have been fighting on behalf of the women who were incarcerated at that prison, and helped stand up, fight back, organize, and got that prison shut down and got their oppressors convicted. So they are kind of the lead group that is inspiring everyone, but this coalition is made up of multiple groups. It's faith groups, it's labor groups, it's community organizations like us, and it's growing. We keep adding groups to this coalition. And so we were getting the word out, and we were doing last year, kind of each month we were having actions, large protests. One of them was our No Kings. One of them was sponsored by Suru for Solidarity, the Japanese population who have had members of their families were in the internment camps. They sponsored an action in Dublin. And then we also had a sign making party where we still have some of these signs. You see them, these beautiful hand painted signs that say No ICE Prison in Dublin. And then we focused our efforts on working with the Dublin City Council and getting them to bring up a resolution and pass a resolution, go on the record formally opposing immigration detention at this prison site. Many of you were part of that effort. We had over 30 people speak at a council meeting on a non-agenda item. It was from mainly Dublin residents, and that was from the advice from Liz, who is our City of Dublin liaison. Liz really helped lead the charge to make sure this is led by Dublin residents. We don't want to make it look like it's these other organizations who are helicoptering in and telling Dublin what to do. So it was very successful. The council members heard from the residents loud and clear that night that it's time for them to go on the record, and they proposed a resolution the following month, and we again showed up and had people speak out in support. Many of you were at both those meetings, so speaking out, we thank you very much for that. Then this calendar year, we took those successful efforts and worked with the county, the Alameda County level, the Board of Supervisors. They had a committee who had put forth a couple of proposals that we agreed with. Two propositions. That one was creating an emergency plan if mass immigration detention comes to this county, and the second is for creating ICE-free zones where the county will not allow immigration detention activities on county-owned properties. We mustered together speakers to speak in support of those two resolutions, and many people spoke at that meeting, also trying to add opposition to FCI Dublin into the wording of those propositions. Well, it was kind of too late to add them to those propositions, but then we worked to get a specific proposition opposing FCI Dublin, and We worked with Supervisor Halbert, was one of the sponsors on that, along with Supervisor Marquez, and we were able to get that resolution passed as well. Around the same time as the Dublin resolution passed, the Bureau of Prisons sent a letter to Dublin notifying them that they intend to deactivate the property. And they, in accordance with NEPA requirements, they are going to be performing an environmental assessment, which is required for them to deactivate the facility. And when that environmental assessment is published, it'll be widely published, and there will be a 30-day period at which public can offer comments on that. Well, months later, that environmental assessment has been published. But in the ways of this government, as we've all seen it operate, they published it in a sneaky way. It was an announcement on page 3 of the East Bay Times, section B, in a section that looks like an advertisement, that looks like a paid advertisement. And it notifies that this environmental assessment has been published, tells you where to go, with the website to find it, and how you can offer public comment in resistance to it, or in support if you feel supportive of that measure. So we had been planning, the coalition had been planning for this eventuality of the environmental assessment coming out, and we scheduled power hours on Zoom sessions on how to educate people on what has happened up until this point, and what is contained inside this 2,700-page document that is the environmental assessment, and encouraging people to offer public comment. And they give possible suggestions for comments, and they also encourage people to make the comments personal to you, and do your research into the document and provide the comment within the specified period of time, and meet the requirements that they're asking for. They're asking you to provide your name, your address, and your email address, and make sure you follow all those things. Otherwise, the comments will not be counted. What we're also looking to do is get organizations to submit public comment on behalf of that organization, because what that could potentially do is lay the groundwork for possible litigation. So, if this does move forward, the lawyers on this coalition are looking at possible ways that litigation can stop it or slow it down. And environmental assessment concerns is a big way that those things have been successful in other operations. Want to ask at this point, I know some of you have attended our power hours. Can I get a show of hands? Great. Any feedback from those of you who have attended this?
Although I have a vested interest in it, I usually hate this kind of a thing. It was done very well. It was done very efficiently, very educationally, very quickly. It would put things down in ABC so people could understand exactly what to do and how to do it. It took only an hour. It is great. I really ask you to go to it. It's crucial to all of us because of what can happen if you don't object. But this power hour is easy. It's 1 hour. It's well done. You will appreciate it.
Yeah, there have been 2 of them so far, and there are at least 5 others scheduled.
When are the comments due?
The comments are due. Good question. When are comments due? June 1st is the last day that comments can be submitted. So we've got a few weeks still.
Comments from some locations, cities, counties, whatever, are able to immediately or just others?
Question, do comments are they weighed more heavily if they're from the local area or some particular area? Not necessarily, and not in this case. You know, that was the case on Liz's recommendation when we were pursuing the city of Dublin and Alameda County. But no, that's a great question. Comments can be from any U.S. citizen. So encourage you to talk to your family, your friends, wherever they live. They can submit comments.
Do you have something that we could say, do you have talking points we could add to our comments?
Yes, there are talking points. There's a whole toolkit that has various talking points. It has a sample comment and even, telling you where you can augment this sample. Here's where you can add your personal experience or any organization that you're involved with. So the information is there, and it's on these pages that I have can have links to those documents.
How to find a power hour, I guess that's on there too.
Yeah, where to find power hours are on this sheet. So come get it from me. And there's a link also to the 2,700 page document if you want to go that route and look at that and come up with your own response to it. We encourage any of these options for getting your comment and making our voices heard.
Yeah, so it will be in the newsletter again, and when I have time, probably later today, it's gonna go up to the website as well.
Dan, may I have one? I want to take it around to my neighbors. I'll hold it in my hot little hand and I can take a picture later.
Yep.
Dan, I have a question.
Okay. Yeah.
Dan, you gave a great example of working with the city of Dublin and how effective that was to get a resolution from the city. Can you comment a little bit about what you think you need, the Eyes Out of Dublin Coalition needs from the other cities within the Tri-Valley area, as well as, say, Contra Costa County? And part of this is kind of leading into the breakout session where that's going to be a topic for us to talk.
Yeah, so we do want to pursue other neighboring cities in the Tri-Valley to stand with Dublin and stand with Alameda County, who have both gone on record with resolutions that they oppose this detention center at this facility in our neighborhood. We want to bring that to our other neighboring cities to encourage them to pass similar propositions or a sign-on letter or, in whatever way that we can get more support by elected municipality bodies that they're in opposition to this.
Know whether any cities are going to submit public comment to the DA?
Yeah, that's a good question, Stephanie. We are meeting with the city of Dublin next week, along with members of the coalition, to talk about the city of Dublin submitting a comment as the city of Dublin. So that's going on, and other we're getting help from congressional members. DeSaulnier and Lofgren are both very supportive of this and working with other municipalities to sign on and support it at whatever level.
The time frame is so short. I didn't know whether
Yeah, time frame is short, so we're trying to meet with them in this second week. The first week was having a press conference. They had a press conference, or a press call, and there was some good press from that. You may have seen stories on KQED website and other kind of left-leaning publications. KALW did a nice report. So as a result of that press call, and then we organized these power hours. So the next level is pursuing organizations and submitting on behalf of the board. So those plans are ongoing, and all the coalition members are spreading it widely. We've met with Indivisible California statewide, and they may be submitting it to all the indivisibles in the state. So word is getting out there for sure. But we need help from everybody.